What is the limiting reactant when 35 grams of hydrogen gas is mixed with 20 grams of oxygen gas? How much water will be produced in the reaction? So the first thing I'll do is go ahead and balance that equation. I get a 2, 1, and a 2 for my coefficients. I'm going to turn my 35 grams of hydrogen gas into moles. 35. There are 2.02 grams in 1 mole of hydrogen gas, which works out to be 14.85 moles of hydrogen. I'm then going to take my moles of hydrogen and find out how much oxygen I would need to completely react. There are 2 moles of hydrogen for every 1 mole of oxygen gas. I would need 7.43 moles of oxygen in order to react with my 35 grams of hydrogen. Let's go ahead and find out how many moles of hydrogen I would need to react with 20 grams of oxygen. So turn your 20 grams of oxygen gas into moles. There are 32 grams of oxygen. 20 grams of oxygen is equal to 0.625 moles of oxygen. I'm going to go ahead and take the 0.625 moles and find out how many moles of hydrogen I would need. There is 1 mole of oxygen for every 2 moles of hydrogen gas. And I find out that I would need 1.25 moles of hydrogen gas to react with 20 grams of oxygen. I was given 14.85 moles of hydrogen, so I have enough hydrogen. I need 7.43 moles of oxygen, and I only have 0.625 moles of oxygen. So in this case, oxygen is my limiting reactant. The second part of the problem asks us how many grams of water I can produce. I'm going to take 0.625 moles of oxygen gas and turn that in using my mole ratio. I'm going to turn that into moles of water. There's 1 mole of oxygen for every 2 moles of water. And there are 18 grams of water for every 1 mole of water. When I multiply across the top and I divide by the bottom, I find out that I would produce 22.5 grams of water if I started the equation with 20 grams of oxygen.